a cherry on top, my teacher catches me looking like a total disaster. The school nurse steps in, alarms blare, and I'm headed home with strict parental instructions to get checked. Pronto. After spending a week or two confined to my bed, my aunt steps in, observing my miserable condition. That's the moment I finally get a glimpse of a doctor, and within an hour, I find myself whisked away to San Jose County Hospital. It's my inaugural departure from home, and the doctors aren't exactly optimistic about my odds of making it through the next day or two. In the dimly lit confines of the hospital, I found myself confined to an isolation ward. The reasons were manifold: pneumonia, kidney disease stemming from an initial diagnosis of MS, a relentless progression that cast its shadows on various systems within my body. Following a procedure one evening, I discovered solitude in a darkened room, a silent witness to an unfolding mystery. Within the eerie darkness, an uncanny event transpired. It felt as though my body and spirit were engaged in an ethereal dance, attempting to part ways. A separation where my essence sought escape from the fragility of my corporeal form. Suspended above it, an odd revelation: no pain. Peering downward, sympathy washed over me for the broken body beneath. I realized I transcended its limitations. I was the spirit, liberated. Abruptly, a luminosity pierced the obscurity, and weightlessness enveloped me. A sensation akin to floating, suspended amidst clouds. Then an inundation of love, a sensation comparable to a million Italian grandmothers showering affection. Despite the physical separation from my parents, I basked in the embrace of the most profound love of my existence. In this surreal tapestry, love wasn't merely an external force. It resonated within. A seamless blend of incoming love, internal sensations, and the love I reciprocated, all coalescing into a harmonious current. Amidst the celestial clouds, a cinematic prelude unfolded. At the tender age of 8.5, bereft of significant life events, a kaleidoscope cascaded, unveiling glimpses of the subsequent 50 years. It proved prophetic, with later moments echoing déjà vu. The scenes unraveled, revealing encounters with my high school sweetheart, the shared life, the birth of offspring, and pivotal historical junctures: Vietnam War and the Kennedy assassination. While certain details, such as Ronald Reagan's fate, slightly diverged, much unfolded precisely as foreseen, culminating with an image of me in India at around 58 or 59, pursuing wisdom or novel experiences. Within this otherworldly encounter, two numbers, 2 and 9, repeatedly emerged, sometimes converging into 29 or 59. Their significance eluded me then. Did they mark pivotal junctures or impending close calls? Amidst the love and visionary panorama, time lost its relevance, and queries about a return, when or if, lingered. Ultimately, the realization dawned. Glimpsing the future implied I had one to anticipate. The hospital bed wouldn't be my final resting place. Strangely, despite the euphoria, the prospect of returning to earthly existence failed to elicit excitement. Re-entering the body felt akin to descending from weightlessness into a cumbersome, burdensome form. The hospital, once a place of ailment, morphed into a sanctuary. Weeks stretched into a year, marked by bedridden solitude devoid of external stimuli. No TV, radio, books, or phone. Visitors, a rare occurrence, like my mother and stepdad, briefly graced Sundays. While some might perceive this isolation as hardship, I embraced it as a profound gift. In solitude, my mind transformed into a realm for introspection and exploration. In the absence of diversions, I immersed myself in contemplation, delving into the recesses of my inner musings and emotions. Daily dialogues with God and Jesus metamorphosed into a mental ritual, weaving a tapestry of spiritual connection during this year of seclusion, which unexpectedly unfolded as a blessing, unveiling the depths of my inner self. Exiting the hospital, a palpable transformation resonated within me, an imprint etched by the profound encounter. Contemplating the days ahead, I found myself musing over the enigmatic numbers 29 and 59, pondering their potential as harbingers of my destiny. Motivated by health concerns, I resolved to embrace a vegetarian lifestyle, renouncing alcohol, drugs, caffeine, and nicotine. Just a week after coming back home, something really unusual happened. I was with my mom when suddenly we heard this amazing choir of heavenly voices. It was like a group of otherworldly women singing beautifully. What's even more surprising is that there were no visible devices playing this extraordinary music. We looked everywhere in our house and around the neighborhood, but we couldn't find where it was coming from. This strange experience made me believe that there are special moments waiting for me, making me more committed to changing myself. The sound was incredible, surrounding us completely and vibrating through our bodies. We tried so hard to figure out where it was coming from, but we couldn't. My mom thought it might be angels singing, reminding us to enjoy the present moment. Unfortunately, the next day, my little dog got hit by a car. It was heartbreaking. She was badly hurt and seemed lifeless. Remembering a technique I learned during my time in the hospital, I focused on sending her love and vitality. Miraculously, she came back to life and gave us many more years of companionship. My time in the hospital taught me some important lessons. First, there's a love that surrounds us that we can't fully understand. Second, there are caring guides from the other side watching over us. This experience changed me when I was young, leading me to become a vegetarian and commit to a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. The healing methods I learned weren't just for me, they helped my dog and others too. Now I travel the world, hosting workshops and sharing the wisdom I gained from my near-death experience. As we continue our journey, we invite you to support us through our YouTube membership program. Joining gives you access to exclusive, ad-free episodes, live sessions, and a lively community. Your support helps our channel grow, allowing us to explore near-death experiences globally. We're grateful for your presence in our community, a vital part of our shared exploration of these incredible stories.
Greetings, everyone. It's Rose here, diving into the time capsule of 2006 to share an extraordinary tale from the depths. Imagine this: an ordinary meal at a trendy joint, then suddenly WHM. The following day, I'm plunged into a whirlpool of illness. Solitary and caught in a turbulent ride of awareness, I find myself crash-landing onto my bed, completely drained. Unbelievable, isn't it? Buckle up as we venture into this whirlwind of events. Dwelling within this challenging space, an eerie sensation envelopes me, residing distinctly on my right side, accompanied by the emergence of an enigmatic portal. Abruptly, a transition archangel materializes, propelling me towards the luminous brilliance, bypassing the customary tunnel ordeal. Positioned at the foundation of this radiance, we engage in telepathic discourse, evoking a sensation of my soul ascending towards a loftier resonance, experiencing an entire essence augmentation. Within the brilliance, I glimpse downward, observing an assemblage of 7 heavens, an awe-inspiring spectacle from the Genesis point. The luminosity, which I presume to be the source of creation, delves profoundly into benevolence. Extensive conversation ensues concerning the magnitude of kindness as the embodiment of God's love in motion. It resonates profoundly, accentuating how our deeds mold our legacy on earth, whether etched in love or fear. As our dialogue continues, I witness this radiant effulgence cascading towards earth, bestowing its illumination upon diverse faiths and religions. It epitomizes the unadulterated radiance of the Creator Source, the quintessence of everything. Resurfacing from this profound immersion leaves an indelible impact, reinforcing the significance of kindness and permanently altering my perception of life and our interconnected existence. Having savoured what I perceived as the pure source, I discern alterations transpiring across the planet. The genuine manifestation of God's pure light becomes entangled amidst the maneuvers of influential individuals, influencing people globally. Initially intended to unify, all religions were envisioned as emanating from the identical source of God's true light. However, these teachings meandered, diverging into distinct rituals, prayers, and connections tailored to each individual's unique spiritual journey with God and creation. Amidst my sojourn within the radiance, an innate sense of belonging pervades, rendering time and space inconsequential. Supported by the luminosity, I conduct a reconnaissance of the significant influencers in my life, witnessing events unfolding in my absence. The luminosity interjects, emphasizing that it is within my purview, contingent upon my soul's encounters. Approaching the periphery of the luminous boundary, I perceive two existences, one tethered to earth and the other ensconced within the brilliance. Contemplating a leap into the luminosity, an unforeseen impulse surfaces. Driven by the depths of my heart and soul, I articulate a desire to sing in the language of light. Abruptly, I return to my corporeal vessel, enveloped in a newfound sense of purpose. The ultimate revelation surfaces. The luminescence, God, and love remain omnipresent. Our souls persist eternally, yearning for multifarious experiences during our terrestrial voyage. Navigating tumultuous circumstances proves to be an exhilarating journey, an opportunity for ascension. Ascending beyond the chaos necessitates alignment with the luminosity and God. Encasing ourselves in seclusion only exacerbates the disconnection. Irrespective of magnitude, insulating ourselves obstructs our genuine essence, fostering a rift between our core, truth, heart, and the luminosity. Prepare for an exhilarating expedition through cosmic currents. Embarking on a celestial voyage alongside God, creation, and the luminosity demands unwavering fortitude, particularly when life hurls chaos in our direction. And behold, music, with its euphoric resonance, serves as a healing force akin to a superhero, dismantling barriers and unveiling new dimensions. Now, delving into the language of light warrants discussion. This auditory frequency isn't merely a futuristic fascination. It presently revolutionizes our realm. It serves as a direct conduit to God, emanating a resonance transcending our conventional cognition and sentiments, plunging directly into the domain of the spirit. This language isn't a haphazard amalgamation of sounds. It possesses curative capabilities that resonate with our comprehension of frequencies and vibrations. Human evolution, a journey we're deeply entrenched in, witnesses the language of light ascending in its potency. It's akin to a universal connection, transcending racial confines or linguistic barriers. It seeks to revolutionize our personal energies. Allowing this resounding language of light to permeate our existence feels like flicking on a switch, altering our mindsets, relationships, and the entirety of our existence. Within us resides an internal symphony, a playground awaiting the arrival of this profound and restorative frequency. Embracing the flow of the language of light triggers a seismic shift in your entire aura. Many individuals, upon initially synchronizing with this therapeutic melody, begin to awaken to its intrinsic nature, recognizing it as an instrumental catalyst for our collective advancement. Becoming intimately familiar with the language of light equates to embracing its remarkably transformative potential. It's not a distant concept awaiting our future. It's an omnipresent force, actively shaping the fabric of our reality. A heartfelt appreciation extends to the speaker for imparting these pearls of wisdom upon us, ensuring that we comprehend. This language of light is an inherent part of us, a divine power-up accessible to one and all.